Alright. So, recap session 7. So, the party follows behind Johnny's associate, Vinny, to his cabin, who tells them of the plight of the settlers of Wessel Hills, wherein the usurper sent missionaries to the separated colonies to impose taxes, beat and pillage the villagers, and imprison those who would fight the tyranny. They spend the night in Vinny's cabin, and in the morning, Richter starts walking listlessly towards the sun, followed by the rest of the party, but not before Vinny tells Murak he has homemade bombs he designed to destroy the Capitol building. And his intuition tells him there's only a 50-50 shot that these work efficiently.
Which Murak completely forgot about.
Didn't tell anyone else.
It didn't tell anyone else. It was a great plan from the beginning.
Yeah, to be fair, I was really pissed off. I walked out of the building and it instantly blew up as I walked out of it.
Well, it keeps it tuned with your whole fire thing, though.
Okay, it does.
Shove the bomb in his ass.
It wasn't me.
It's how you started the session, too, with being in a burning room. It seems to follow you everywhere.
Yeah,
All right.
fire is the only thing I'm good with. people just don't seem to
What can we
understand
say?
it. I don't know why.
The party makes their way towards town, now searching for their horses, where they harass a woman and her small child and learn the direction of the town stables. Murak and Torin bolt and make it to the stables first, where Torin, calling out for Falca, feels their connection beckoning him to search for her in the fenced open field, while Murak enters the stable building alone.
Then what happens?
What happens next? What happens next? Keep going.
Fucking hate him so much.
So he goes to the stables.
Murak tries to get back their horses, which he immediately escalates to violence.
Not just
He
violence.
grabs the son, while the second son runs away from the building in the direction of Derek and Richter, still making their way towards the stables. Derek tries to grab him, but the child slips away, and Richter tempts him with a gold piece and manages to get the child to come back. Richter then changes his form into a guard and manages...
You ignore the fact that I tripped. It makes you sound like a better guy.
Well, you're not that great, but yeah, I figured that, I don't need to add every detail of how horrible you all are in my recaps. Thank you. You're not good people.
No, you're not.
No one's a good guy.
No, you're not. Vinny in the courtyard.
He's trash. Vinny's scum, and he's a murderer.
Of course he was. Or that's what we were going to tell everybody. And
I did yell it out loud as I murdered him.
You did,
to like 4 people.
but after you already murdered him.
Whatever.
Yeah. Well, as I was murdered. Maybe after.
No,
I don't know.
it
You
was
listened to
after.
the recording.
It was after. You
Mom,
absolutely murdered him in public, and then proceeded to be like, "But we are innocent. He was the murderer." I'm like, "All right, okay, yeah, sure, great, wonderful. All right."
That's get back over there.
Richter changes his form into the guard, manages to de-escalate the situation, and they get back their horses.
Richter's specialty disappears.
They bring the horses back to Vinny, where they decide to act as prisoners with Richter as the guard and disguise Derek with a bag over his face.
They make wrong with the plan of a guy who just walked aimlessly towards the sun.
It made sense.
Why? But my perspective, right? Why would you? No
I tried to
offense.
stop
No
you.
offense. But follow the lead of a guy
That's
who
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
know anything.
His plan
Not only that,
made
earlier in the day,
sense.
I walked towards the sun, and they asked me, I said,
I walked to the sun. Yeah, I walked towards the sun, and they're like, "Yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about."
Why don't
I
you
was with
stop?
the plan.
Why?
You tried, but I just kept walking, and everybody's trying to find me.
No, yeah, actually, there was a point. Like, you guys
Joey
all
tried.
rolled really poorly.
I
You tried to throw a rock at him. You rolled a nat
failed.
1. I was like,
Joe tried to stop me, and like, you just grabbed my cloak, and I just kept going.
yeah, don't like
Literally
actually want a
like a
strength
four.
check. I was like, holy shit.
How was
And I say the second.
Where are we?
So I feel
I
like
don't
don't
need
know.
a fucking rat.
Okay, they make their way inside of the Capitol building, and with the help of the guard Eric, they find the administrator.
Other nights are surely.
Richter narrowly escapes an interrogation by escaping to the bathroom and turns invisible. The rest of the party is led outside and taken to the underground prison. Richter almost gets caught, but manages to follow behind them. The party is then separated on all sides of the prison. Murat creates a diversion, allowing Torin enough time to pick the lock on his cell. Fighting off the guards, they emerge victoriously, set off the bombs. However, 2 of which go off immediately, unfortunately killing 13 civilians who were in the upper level. Vinny meets them in the square. The party, angry at the turn of the events, first publicly humiliates Vinny by holding him down, taking down his pants, putting a bomb in his ass, lighting it on fire, and then cutting it before it actually made contact. I don't know why torture is funny to you guys, but
What do you mean?
You know why?
The entire township would have to watch as this man was held down and a bomb.
Yeah, they're all scarred
That's
for
not
life.
funny to you?
That's a step. Great.
And then the guy proceeds to light the bomb and defecates all over his mouth.
yeah, that's the
Behind
next.
the back.
That's the next line.
That was the top. And then you just killed him. Yeah.
Mine was merciful.
No, we really let him live.
Yeah. I
killed him.
decapitated him with a clean stroke.
That's not. But he's dead.
Okay.
Mercy.
Is
Mercy
it better
from
than
King
having
Phil.
a bomb explode inside
We
your ass?
weren't gonna let the bomb
Oh, it
explode.
hurts my heart so much, you guys. It really hurts my heart.
And then you said, "All right, he's still alive."
Bam.
I'm absolutely gonna murder
Yeah,
this
no.
man.
I remember vividly thinking in that moment that you were being a huge pussy by not exploding the bomb that was in his ass. Fuck that guy.
Vinny then defecates all over himself, meekly gets up, and they exchange the packages, discovering that Johnny was running an underground Italian goods exchange.
Right, meats and whatnot.
Yes. Derek, furious at the situation, takes out his anger on Vinny and murders him publicly. The party then takes both packages, giving them to Murrock for safekeeping, and Richter takes Vinny's head as a trophy, attaching it to Larry's
Does
harness.
anyone remember what the packages were?
Find out how many meats.
What was
What was
money
the
and
what was the Italian meats and what was the money that was supposed to go back to?
Mhm.
what it means?
Okay,
You have him, Mr. Pockets.
right.
It's the
Not all
pockets.
the pockets.
And so, we continue. You are all currently standing in the square, surrounded by the villagers who have just lost their friends and family. Derek professes it was done for the vengeance of those who lost their loved ones. In the sea of faces surrounding you, a mix of expression meets your gazes. I want each of you to give me a perception check right now.
I choose opposite.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
15
I also got a
plus
yeah, 4.
Who's making up
19.
Murrock, you are the only one who notices that the family from the stables is among the crowd. However, now you notice that there is only the father and the 2 sons clinging to him. The father's face filled between anguish and rage, and his sons crying. You also hear from the crowd over the
I
hush.
wonder what happened.
What was that?
What happened?
I slipped.
You okay?
You okay?
My socks have no traction.
I took your slippers! It's my fault!
No, that's
You
my
know,
actually-
socks all the time. No, I went to close the back door and like push it
So
and
sorry.
then go, and my foot went flying. I walk around in socks all the time.
So sorry.
Don't be.
Are you sure if you want these
Like,
back?
how many other?
I'm
pairs of,
sitting
like,
now, it's
moccasin,
different.
Flip flop, sandal
17.
things do I have? Yeah. Thank you. I have like 17 other pairs.
She's just not
She
ready.
changes back like right.
Okay.
So,
Unacceptable.
you also hear, over the hush of the crowd, a couple of voices say, "What was that? Why did they do that? All of our money was in those boats. What if they come back?" One of the freed prisoners approaches you all, and he says, "You guys have 2 options right now. You can either stand here and possibly stand trial or try to console the villagers, or you can run." He's like, "If you choose to stay, I will try to help you. But I don't know how much help I can be. You don't have an army, sire. And there are a lot of angry people."
Get the fuck out of here.
Upon hearing this, I'm going to cast Fly on myself.
What? Okay.
Larry's not that far away.
Larry is right behind you with the dead head on
You're
him.
gonna abandon Larry again?
Leave.
I'm not casting Fly on myself.
You just said you were. But
Cast Fly on
No,
myself.
let's just leave.
No, let's not leave. It feels
I'm
like
not
we're leaving.
leaving.
He's not gonna let us leave.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry, guys.
We're gonna put on a spectacle. That's why I was flying around.
Phil, make your speech. Derek, make your speech.
You know,
I did
go
already.
out, Larry.
Well, obviously
They
you
just-
gotta
I'm
do
gonna,
it
I'm gonna
again.
get on the. I'm gonna get on.
You gotta explain yourself.
I'm gonna prepare
I'm curious
it right
as to who would be putting me on trial.
you watch
Who's
as
putting
two
the
of your
party? Smart.
comrades go onto their horses.
Okay,
You don't
do
move.
what you have to do.
Alright.
I'm getting on my horse too.
He gets on his
Great.
horse as well.
You guys are great friends.
Derek is standing in the crowd by himself, his friends all facing away. His last horse is also standing with him, but at a distance with the others.
Alright, you're not gonna come with us, dude?
Absolutely
Just-
not. No,
We can just dip in. This is one small town.
I'm gonna die.
We need to continue.
no. Word will spread.
Okay, fine. We'll kill everybody.
No, that's not what I want to do.
If you get me
Really,
killed, I'm gonna
I'm
be
going
so
to
mad at
proceed
you.
down the road.
Richter begins his journey further away, eastward where you guys began.
I stay on my horse, but I'm like facing Phil's direction now.
All right,
I'm not
thanks, man.
running away. But I'm still on my horse, so if shit goes south, I'm already on my horse and ready to dip.
Fine, I'll chill with them for a second. And see, address the crowd. See how they
Facing the
react.
crowd as well.
Or are you still facing away?
I'm
So the
facing-
one who put the bomb up
do
his
what
ass
he's
is
doing.
allowed to leave, no problem. Just
He
gets
ran
out.
away.
Because I left.
We were given the option to run away.
Sure. Okay.
You chose not to.
You were given the option.
Yeah, we're all
He
choosing.
ran away.
I don't.
Just a,
So you could say.
I don't feel I've done
One of the
anything.
a different freed prisoner goes up to you and says, "Perhaps you leave now
Oh my
to
god.
fight
she wants
another
to leave.
Yeah.
Sure, I feel I'm being super
Sir.
railroaded into this whole thing.
No,
But
no. Hey,
The-
everybody just play as
I guess we're leaving.
Before
I'll
the
flee for having done
prisoner,
nothing wrong.
before you start moving towards your house, he says perhaps a few closing words to the people, perhaps a promise of return.
I'm probably never coming back to this shithole. Some outer colony bullshit. So they're just sitting in a circle staring at me.
Shocked, some people are now rummaging through the pile
Looking
of
for
stones,
all of their.
looking
Oh
for
yeah, you didn't
bodies.
hear that. By the way, we destroyed all of everyone's wealth, and the people from the stables were intimidated right there in the crowd too. So
With
we're
the
in some
missing
bad, and
mom.
they have no idea what happened. They're all
They have an
No,
idea.
no, no. I had the perception check where I heard them all say, "What was that? What just
And
happened?"
I just said.
So maybe
how
you
do they not
explain
know?
yourself. You said he's responsible for this and murdered him. You gave no explanation.
it's
We
true.
came here. to
Learn
kill-
how to apologize, fuckface.
No, not
I'm saying that
not-
in character to him while
In
everyone
common?
can hear me.
Fantastic.
In common.
Okay, so my character would viciously attack you for saying that to me in front of my people. But fine, I'm not going to do that.
You could. It's
No. No, we're going to ignore it.
you swallow down the rage.
Yep, I swallow the rage. Good people. As I just said, I don't know why some of you are still confused. I know I just said all this. We came here to free you from the tyranny of the usurper. This man here equipped us with all the supplies.
As
and
you gesture towards the now
The
headless
decapitated
body
corpse.
that's laying in the.
this piece of trash, and I'm good riddance to good rubbish. He equipped us with bombs that he said he built specifically to blow up the Capitol building. He said they had a 5-minute timer. The second we set those bombs off after freeing the people you see standing closest to me here, because we came out the building with them. They exploded. We didn't have time to evacuate the rest of the buildings. Yeah, this man's responsible for this universe is 9/11. You don't know what that is, but it's like I killed
It's more of like
this was a as you can see, just before his death, some of
You're
my
not actually
compatriots
dead.
are not quite so merciful as me. The one who ran away, in particular, ran away like a coward. I came here. I was overcome with righteous fury at the deaths and loss of all of your possessions, and I decided to execute him summarily. I'm sorry about the loss of all your wealth. This is just the beginning. I'm planning to launch a campaign that will take us to the very halls of Wiesnall, where we will purge the darkness of this usurper from our lands forever. And here's 50 gold pieces, and I give them 50 gold pieces.
You just like throw it in like the air.
I give them to the recently freed men around me to distribute.
Okay. Yeah. So you hand each of them a pile, and you watch as they like go across the crowd.
I'm sorry,
Now-
I can't do more. And
You see,
sorry for the death.
you see a younger dwarf, probably like teenager age, and he says, "Sir, is it true? Are you going to recapture Wiesnall for us?"
Absolutely.
Another person steps forward. "Are we going to go home?"
You know it, Sonny.
Another person steps forward and they say, "When will we know when it's time to strike?"
It's an excellent question, young lad. I'll send word, appoint a messenger, and he will be responsible for keeping contact with other nearby colonies, and you will hear word as my campaign spreads.
Okay, so
That's a
one of the
I don't have a
freedmen
specific plan.
comes up to you and he says, "Please, sir," he gets on one knee in front of you and he's like, "Bestow me the honor of being your messenger. I know I am one of the only among us who can actually read and write."
What's your name?
Frederick.
Frederick, you're my messenger.
You
Welcome to the team.
do you like? Yeah, buddy. So this
gonna
very
die.
kingly
This is like
way.
such an important moment for him, and Bill's just like,
Yeah,
"You got
buddy.
it,
You got it, dog.
My man.
I dap him up on his way to his feet.
Like the
No, that would be knighting. When he gets up, I give him like a cool handshake.
very confused
But
at
he knows
like
the
the breaking of. He knows the handshake, yes, but it's something that like peers would do among like the
Yeah, he's my
playground.
dog.
It's not something that
the ceremonial, like,
Yeah, no, the king
service.
would
I tell him,
do.
Frederick, if you successfully get allied these colonies to my side when it's time, I'll make you a goddamn knight. Sir
His
Frederick,
eyes
that's that
widen. He's like, "Sir, you bestow me great honor."
sound. Don't fuck up. You see what happens to those who fuck up?
You see the other people now.
it,
Now a woman
Butter.
comes forward and
What
she
was that?
says, "But what do we do with the body?
Whatever. Feed it to the horses. I don't care.
Why
Bury it.
would they eat this?"
Do you guys have pigs?
Yes, sir.
Pigs will eat anything. Feed it to the
That
pigs.
is true. Pigs will literally
You see a
Yeah.
couple of children now cowering like.
Why are they asking me for the specifics of what they know people die in this village, yes? I'm sure there's some sort of process they go through.
No, but okay, so like the point of the question was that like this is like an outsider, like that they were familiar with, but also knew he had affiliations with a darker person. So they're asking like, how do we dispose of this efficiently?
Feed it to
So,
the pigs.
That's what that would be. Okay, so you see like the woman gesture over and a couple other, then
Where
start
are you?
dragging
Mile
this.
down the road.
So
At this
honestly, the
point-
time before they see me, and I'll just be sitting on my horse with this head, like, playing, waiting for you guys to show up.
So, damn it, fucking ads. Okay, so like as he's playing, sorry, hold on. Okay, so as he's playing with this head, for the first time since you started moving it, you notice that it's still been leaking blood and various entrails because,
Great.
you know, while it was cut off, it's by a
I was
sword.
gonna say it's gonna be in the
You do notice, though, that there is at least a trail
Oh,
that
good.
follows you in
That's
portion.
Excellent.
It's perfectly
What
fine.
useful flavor.
Didn't even make us do a perception check for it. Just
I would
gave
like
us that
to
information.
stick like one hand in it like a puppet and use the other to like move.
Jesus.
We're still not with him.
Slide
No,
down.
I understand.
No, he's by himself. This is amusement. This is self-amusement.
Can I get a sleight of hand check?
For what?
You
Manipulating the dude's mouth like a puppet?
You're not next to him.
Yeah, like there's no resistance. It's not
Yeah,
like on a
he's dead.
strong.
I don't know. It seems like it would be pretty difficult to accurately manipulate the mouth coming up from the inside of the
Well,
mouth.
he's
Rigor
using his other
mortis.
hand.
One to hold it like a
Yeah.
And then the
puppet,
other hand
Yeah.
just moving the lips.
Also, rigor mortis doesn't set in until at least
I wasn't even
like
thinking rigor
several
mortis. I was
hours.
He thought
Jaw.
he was using the hand that was holding it up. It was
like a puppet.
Like quite literally
Yeah,
inside in the musculature.
Yeah,
That's
what-
retarded.
Wait,
Whoa.
I'm saying sleight of hand check. That's what I'm saying.
You had like digging in there.
That was like a
too.
medicine check to
I'm
know
like
where to
holding,
grab
like,
to
his
control
forearm
the
back, just, like,
muscles.
my hand, and then like
Understood. Never mind. Withdrawn. Withdrawn.
Jesus Christ.
I misunderstood. Simple misunderstanding.
Okay. So you see like a group of women drag this corpse away. And they're like he's like
All three of you wanted to dip and leave me there.
Yeah.
I will not forget that.
I
That's cool.
understand with you.
that's perfect.
But
The
he
most-
got on the horse but he stayed.
I
He
never
never and technically
You're my closest friend in this group, and
Yeah, and I
you
said, don't get me
were
killed.
inches from abandoning.
All
I had to
don't get me
complain
killed.
about it in meta.
I was preparing to leave if things
I had
got
to
bad,
metagame
but
and
I
be like,
never
what the
left.
fuck, guys?
I never left. I just
You
gave
were
myself
be out.
a faster.
Time to be out.
I couldn't leave Sassafras behind again.
We just
It's
I
time
had
to
to make
dip.
sure that if I dipped, Sassafras was with me.
Baldino literally was gonna
Baldino
fly and abandon
actually
me and his horse.
We killed 13 people or 15 people. It's time to dip, bro.
No,
Hell
absolutely not.
Hell yeah.
And I
I'm
mean,
dip.
at the end, you gave your speech, and we're still leaving. Like,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's clearly what
No,
she wanted
but-
us to do. She had a second guy come up to us and be like, "Are you sure you don't want to run? It seems like you might want to run."
I mean, the first thing I said
if
was,
this
"Give
is
your
how you're
speech,
gonna
man."
handle
You
the
were like,
situation,
"No."
then yes.
I already
Yeah,
talked to these people.
Well, I did.
I'm surprised you have to roll any rolls for charisma on this. I'm just gonna throw them out there.
I'm
Yeah,
speaking
but
the truth.
here's the thing: like, if he rolls poorly, but actually gives me a good speech in, like, you know,
Okay,
role playing,
I didn't.
I
give
feel
a
like
very
that's
good
not
speech.
really
It's a
fair.
lot of
yeah.
Yeah, no, but you illustrated what your point was.
I certainly
the
did.
situations that led up to this moment, and that not only like. While this might be a critical point in, like, you know, destruction now, it's for the good of the colony to return to their homeland, which is what they've always wanted
Yeah, so-
and what they've
That's
been
fine.
waiting for the better part of, like, however long you've been
So at
gone.
the end of the day, you tricked these poor farmer
Yeah.
bastards.
No, I didn't.
Into thinking that you're gonna bring them back to the glory of their society, which
I'm
they
gone.
had been forced out of.
Alright.
Okay.
So now that Phil has stopped them from wanting to murder us and spreading terrible rumors about
My
us,
position of
Nice.
privilege background says that the common folk make every effort to accommodate me and avoid my displeasure. I'm just saying. That's a direct sentence.
You publicly murdered someone.
I explained it!
Doesn't change that.
You publicly murdered.
They want to accommodate me and avoid my displeasure. Even more so now that I've murdered
You
someone.
walked out of a building that you exploded, and then you publicly murdered someone.
Right? Explain it!
That's why I left. That's why I left. This is why I left.
What do you mean?
I told them why! I did! I made a point of it! I want to hear the recording! I fucking told them!
You said it after.
It doesn't matter!
You did say it after.
Irrelevant!
You can't murder
You
someone.
can't. Literally,
Okay,
you
so
can't
they were
murder
real scared
someone
for 2 seconds and then I explained it? Oh my god, fucking get over it! Accommodate me and avoid my displeasure!
It's not going to be applicable to every situation.
Sorry.
DM rules.
I'm done.
The village now hates you even more for this outburst.
This was not
You're-
season metagame
you're, like,
outburst.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The metagame
No, this is
outburst,
Phil.
though.
What are you upset?
If you
Remember how you said you
didn't
were gonna
do
remember I was
anything,
leaving
and if you didn't
The DM's
actually,
gonna remember.
I'm sure she would. We've already had this argument at least 3 times.
if you listen, if you conduct yourself as a tyrannical leader who mercilessly murders people, tyrannical.
Not right.
Tyrannical. You just blew up a building and killed someone.
No, Vinny's
Tyrannical.
fault. I wasn't supposed to kill anyone who didn't deserve to die.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't.
Now you know what you're dealing with.
Bro.
Like, this is your PC. This is your PC. Have fun.
such a paladin.
I think it's so reasonable. I don't understand how we all.
It has a paladin, yeah, it goes against his moral codes.
I know, it's
That's why
perfect.
I have an oath of conquest.
I know.
Like, it's the opposite of paladin.
I know, but he's
Yeah, can we move past this? Like,
okay.
can it just be sorry?
Great.
So I
Sorry.
gave his speech. We were
Sorry.
able to talk the people down.
It's cool. That was
I gave them a shit ton of money.
Well,
Remove 50 gold.
it's not enough to
Don't have it.
repair the
But I have
building that was destroyed because
Right.
it takes about like $5,000.
But it might repair
gold
some of
pieces.
their wealth.
Well, there's less people. There's less
Yeah.
people in the town now, so.
Oh, gee, thanks, man.
Did you just say that to me?
To you, yeah.
No, we're not metagaming, right?
Oh my god.
Do they need that building still? Maybe they can use the stone elsewhere.
All their money was in that building.
I gave them money.
All of their money.
The town's entire coffers were in the building that blew up. So
That's
unless you're
bad
sending a team to go search for it,
Who does? They'll find it.
who does what?
I
Keep the
doubt.
money in a bank?
All of the money in the town is in the bank.
Yes.
We're talking like 99%.
This is also after they've been tyrannized by
And
the
taxed,
usurpers'
and-
men and have been heavily taxed nonstop for months.
I told them
And
to get
months.
to, maybe the money will hold them over during their, digging project. Archaeological dig.
Cool. You're still playing with Larry's head at the end of town.
We can leave. I'm done. I'm not trying to hold this here.
Get
I'm
out.
not holding
So,
this
Vinny,
here.
how was the sausage? Where you going?
Master horse and let's leave.
Alright. Yeah, we got a horse there.
Got something
And
in
we-
horse.
Yeah.
As you guys approach
We follow
there,
the trail
you
of.
hear the crowd calling behind you, "Holder Heck! Holder Heck!"
There you go.
There it is. That's what I deserve.
So we follow the trail of
Yes.
entrails, makes it very
Sorry.
easy to
Oh, that felt
find.
good.
You ride eastward towards the direction that you guys had previously come by.
Following the
However,
blood trail.
Yes.
well, yeah, no. Well, I'm saying like now that you've reconvened and you're continuing
Okay.
your journey, you're heading eastward, but you're not heading in the same direction.
When we walk up,
Entirely?
is he still talking with the head?
100%.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Never
Definitely riding up and seeing that.
You didn't learn to do this in a temple. What the fuck's wrong with you?
He learned some weird shit in that temple, though,
I
bro.
just fill the place every Friday.
Oh my
With
god.
corpses?
He's
Yeah,
been
oh, yeah.
in. Okay, you guys have talked about this. He's been in this temple since he's a child. Like he has been
How many
surrounded.
corpses are in this temple for him to play with?
They
Clever.
sacrifice.
Yeah,
They
there's tons of
sacrifice to their god.
Okay, all right.
Are you kidding me? Oh my god.
I want to make it clear that my character is very disturbed by this callousness.
The Rams are gonna smack.
Like, I'll murder a guy, but I won't fucking play with this
I'm
corpse.
going to wash my head. Oh, Larry, you comedian, you.
You fuck! Throw that head out. What are you doing?
I just want to point out, when we walk up and he's playing with the fucking head, I'm like,
Jesus.
oh my god. Like, I thought I was like a tough guy, but I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
This guy does not give a fuck. I gotta watch it. I think to myself, I gotta keep an eye on this one.
I'm just going to tie the head back to the horse.
Oh.
So, quick recap. By the time that you guys were like going inside of the prison and like did all the things that you were doing, the explosion, having that conversation, at that point it was like the later part of dusk, right? So yeah, and also at this point, like you start to notice that the month seems to have gotten shorter. Like the night seems to have gotten shorter at this point in your travels. So,
How many days have passed since we were supposed to meet up with these halflings again?
you can give me an intelligence check,
Oh,
Mr.
shit.
Barbarian. I don't know how long.
Yeah.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
So I think about it as well.
No, because it's his deal, so
16.
ooh, that was actually really good. Okay, so you put your mind to it and you're like, shit, alright, so the last time that we were over there was about 6 days ago. And they told us that it would take the better part of like over a week before they reconvened.
So we got like 4 days to get back.
You have like 2 or 3 days to get back
Okay.
there. And if you say that out loud,
Guys, we gotta get back to those halflings in like 2-3 days, because I want to kill our killer.
How far away are we from the place?
I don't... Wait, I'm a wanderer. I should know that automatically. Because I am a
My goal
wanderer.
is just a room. So.
And I have an excellent memory for maps and geography. So I would know how far away we are. So DM, how far away are we?
Can't believe you're
you're more or less
I went to go back
about
to
Yeah, clearly.
2 days travel.
2 days travel.
They look real sad and upset, and I was not going to be talking to those people.
I get
Fuck
that.
that.
But don't run. Like, hide behind me or something.
He did it. He
I didn't
was
run. I got on my horse. And
he was on his
No one
horse.
left but Richter. We
Yeah.
got on our horses.
I went to
Maroc was
And
the first
face
to
your
turn around.
direction.
Glad you didn't do
Yeah,
that in front of
Maroc
me.
was the
Yeah,
first.
I didn't do it in front of me. Yeah, I am.
Alright, alright.
That would have been hard to explain. I would have had to like put you on trial.
Not this one.
If you want to know the truth, it was like they got on their horses first. He got on the horse last. He turned to face with you. Then Torin did so too.
Yeah,
and Richter was a mile away.
My problem is at what point in that chain of events did I complain about it metagaming about everyone abandoning?
Well, I already decided to leave them. I already said I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
He
was
already-
after I
he
got
was-
on my horse
yeah.
before I turned around.
Yes.
But I was
Yeah,
still
see,
the
he
last
wouldn't have-
person to get on my horse.
He wouldn't have turned around.
if you want to say goodbye to your people, you talk to your people.
Yeah.
But I mean, this isn't our.
I want to practice my puppetry. I told you.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay, so we got 4 days to get back to those halfling army, and we're 2 days away.
No, you have 2 or 3 days to get back to them, and you are 2 days away.
Okay,
So what you're
We should
saying
go
is
there.
let's
we
head
have
for
one
the
day to drink.
It's nighttime. We're in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, we should like rest, set up a campsite, rest, and
I
then
can put a show on tonight.
Sure.
Yes. Okay. So
I don't want to
getting back to the original point, at this point, you guys have continued eastward in the shortest route possible because you guys, after leaving the Troll Forest, you went like a little bit like northwest and then headed on a diagonal,
Okay.
right? So you're taking the shortest
Directly
route, which
east,
is
which leads
directly
back to the
east.
halfling.
So
Okay.
on your journey directly east, you encounter a small patch of like forest, right? So like it's a couple of acres, but you can at the distance you currently are, you can see that it like is open space around it. So you figure,
So
yes.
it just looks like a small patch of trees that we could get through. The quickest way would be to go directly through it, and it shouldn't be too long, is what it looks like.
And it also looks like it would be a good place to have refuge because night is coming and you guys are
in
like
the middle of nowhere.
in the middle of nowhere
wide
in an
with
open
no cops.
plain. Yes.
Let's go camp out in those trees, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Are we taking watches? Well,
We should.
I'll stay up first.
Definitely should.
Okay. So what I can say for this is that like it would probably be better for like 2 and 2 to go because you guys just had like a very long hard battle and you're all beat to shit.
Mhm.
I don't remember what everybody was, but it was not looking great for most of you.
I zoned out really hard because I was really high. Can you just give me what's happening for 2
We're
hours?
going to camp in the woods.
I'm trying to
We're
sleep.
going to camp in the woods.
Nighttime.
We're figuring out
So
watch.
big.
We're figuring out.
So,
Don't listen to the D.
We're figuring
So
out
sorry.
how we're setting the watches for us. And the DM is giving us the advice of splitting it into 2 people, each sleeping half the time, so that
Yeah.
we can each get a long rest. Because we
Quicker.
got beat the fuck up.
He's like, okay, tell me one more time.
I'm cool to take first watch. I got
Alright,
like
you
30 HP. I'm chilling.
Okay.
Okay.
So Torin takes first watch with who? Okay. So,
Me and
um,
Richter
I'm gonna go to bed.
take our long rest.
and heal up all of your HP, spell
Yes.
slots, this, that, whatever.
Back to full.
I
I still have
need
inspiration from when we were
you
singing.
two to
Daddy
give
Daddy's
me
Number
perception
Stuff.
checks to see if you notice anything in the night.
6.
17.
Okay, so you ain't seen shit, but you with your blind sense, right? You can
Yes.
like reach out to the
Samurai
periphery,
sense.
and you sense no immediate threat in like a 20-foot radius for the entirety of your shift.
Okay. SQ.
So then they wake us up and we go on Route 1.
Yep.
Richter,
So
put
restart
on a puppet
HP
show to
and
keep us
everything.
entertained.
I'm gonna need at least 15 minutes, but I would love to.
God, ew.
I like how he's standing. He's like actually going to prepare it.
No, it's fine.
That was
He
perfect.
makes little legs for him, so he's tiny legs with a giant head. He's kicking around this. Hello, my baby. Hello.
Alright, so do we have to do our perception checks too?
Yes. But also, he has to give me a performance check for his puppet show.
How well does this go?
Okay, I'm gonna use my dancing lights to make his eyes light up while I'm like playing with his mouth.
Oh, creepy.
19.
Oh,
Damn! Yo, this
I'm
is the first time-
laughing,
you
I'm
barely
enjoying
have
it. I'm like-
experience with magic, so for you, this is actually like phenomenal. Like you have never.
fucking you can actually do something cool. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I told you every Friday night.
When did you tell us?
When we first showed up
We're
shop,
asleep,
and I
we're
was
not seeing the
you're
show.
sleeping. You don't see the show.
he said to tell you about tomorrow.
Derek, you are not going to believe what happened last night.
All right, but yes, you two would then make me your perception checks.
23.
23.
23.
Nice.
Can I choose to not see shit as I was so focused on my puppet show?
Well, it wouldn't have been the entire shift.
5. So I still shit. I ain't seen shit.
I have my animal senses.
Yeah. And your animal senses tell you that there's nothing that is inherently like bad in this forest. Like you don't sense any like malevolent like spirits
This is a
around
good
you.
place.
I'm 11 clear.
So, but as the morning dawns, Richter, you feel like you're starting to hear sounds of laughter of a girl's voice. And for some reason, it's extremely familiar to you.
Is that Sarah? From the orphanage? It couldn't be. I haven't seen her in at least 10 minutes.
You only know 3 people, so.
It's not true. I remember 3 people.
Are we all awake at this point?
At this point, if you wake up your comrades and then you continue your journey,
No, you're not getting it.
Alright, yeah. Guys, your rest is over.
Ah! Ah! That's how I wake up.
Wake up screaming.
Ah!
I didn't
PTSD.
sleep last night.
You
They
okay?
killed my dad in front of me.
oh wait, yeah, can I have a water break too?
Yeah.
Water break. Pause the recording. That's it.
No, because it's weird. Like if I pause it, sometimes
Night
it doesn't
terrors.
pause. It'll like I don't know. It's weird.
Please don't choke me out. I don't want to wake up with you.
Oh no, I don't. I only flail wildly.
Only flail wildly.
Probably fine. No choking. Nothing so coordinated as choking. Do you want this before you start eating?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Ribs it. Rib it real good. Nobody's drinking.
No.
No, we got the pop around, so we have to.
Did you say that Sarah comment out loud? Or were you just thinking it?
Yeah, 100% say it out loud.
We're like, who's Sarah?
Who is that?
Who's Sarah?
You know people?
She was one of my puppets. Oh no!
Oh, my
you definitely don't hear Sarah.
What do you mean? Yeah.
And he just like looks at you guys and he's like confused. When you say that. Like, you don't hear Sarah. It's just like,
Probably your fucking weird mom.
Sorry. Add part.
She was another head puppet?
no, I had Bill Bonner.
Oh.
Except for that. Got news that was it's like I used to act love.
Look at Derek Zimmer, and I'm just like, what does that mean?
I don't think we want to know. Richter?
Well, you know,
No,
you know,
bad.
you know, like
Bad
pictures and stuff. Like I used to put like my image of like heads on the bottom.
Bad.
Just like switch the heads up.
Oh my god.
No.
You're telling us this?
That
Yeah,
person
like,
is definitely
really
not
proud of me because last
here
night he's
about-
like, that was a great skill. He's like, yeah, no.
All right. You're
Why
shocked
is he looking? Moron, why is he looking at you?
because his puppet show last night was kind of awesome, but no.
This
Bad.
sounds different.
He has a history
different.
of defiling
That
corpses.
person cannot be who was singing.
Oh my god.
Who you heard
He
last.
does.
Can't be.
Self-proclaimed
They're dead.
history of
Mhm.
Right.
mutilation.
That's a no head, so you can't
There's
sing
no
without a head.
head. If they don't have a head, they can't laugh.
He's
They
not
can't
confused
sit.
anymore.
Yeah.
Good,
That makes
I go,
sense.
oh good, he understands. I'm still a little bitter at you, so I'm saying it really sarcastic.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, he's smart. Really smart.
That's an idiot.
As you continue eastward into the path of the forest, you notice that the trees seem to get taller and taller and taller as you reach the center.
Cool. Tall trees.
It's
Seem like
almost
very
as
big
if-
trees for a very small forest.
Yeah, it almost seems as if like this area has some kind of enchantment over it.
'Tis a cursed forest, I can feel it.
You keep going eastward, but the sun stays in the same place in the sky.
Ah, damn it. Okay.
Should I roll to see if I notice anything? Because I don't really have a high perception.
Brock,
You
does your
could.
survival
As-
help you?
It doesn't. No, I have an excellent memory for maps and geography.
That's
But knowing
fine.
geography, I would know the sun should move.
Yes.
So, guys, the sun isn't moving. I'm not very smart or wise, so I can't word it well. But sun should move as we move.
I got-
Sun's not moving.
I got an idea. I'm gonna go to Tori and be like, do you trust me?
Not really.
I take a step away immediately the second I hear those words.
Are you willing for me
Don't
to do a thing?
trust him.
I take a second step further away.
Richter, explain yourself.
What thing?
So, I was communicating with a person, don't quite know their name, told me I might be able to make it a blind. And then we could see from both.
Mike?
Or
do you
do
want?
yourself.
Well,
I don't think we need to. Should we? No.
we can get above the trees and see the skate.
I can just climb a tree. You don't need to send me fly.
You're a sorcerer, can you not just cast some sort of spell
My
to
guy.
see what's going on here?
I promise you, I can just
Sure.
climb.
This isn't
You-
magic.
Torn,
I
climb the
yeah.
tree.
You could
Um,
give me an Arcana check if you wanted.
Simply perhaps do an Arcana check.
I'm not. That's not my thing. I'm Mr. Charisma. I have a 0 to Arcana.
Oh!
2.
Oh my god. Yeah.
He's like, I'm pretty sure I saw the sun move.
Yeah, no, we're totally fine.
Yeah.
Like, guys, this is normal.
He tells
This
us
is
he has an
normal sun
excellent sense. He
behavior.
tells us he has an excellent sense, and then goes, "Nope, nothing.
Roll a
Definitely
nature
nothing."
check.
I don't believe him. Torn, climb a tree.
Roll a nature check first.
Oh no!
You rolled 8.
Yeah, it's just a flat 8.
Guys, I'm so tired.
Alright, I'm gonna climb a tree.
Good luck, bud. Pick a tree at random. Looks tall.
They're really tall.
Okay, so, like an acrobatics to climb up the tree.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're gonna, I'm assuming that, like, you're agility guy, so you're running up until you can, like,
Yeah, I'm
have
gonna
a
go-
high
you
enough
can, like,
velocity
climb a
where
tree
you
and
can
stuff.
grab
I'm
something.
gonna go walk over to it and get climbing to it, Tori. Ooh.
Sorry, what was that about not needing a spell? to
What was that? What was it?
At least you.
So it's a 9.
Oh, nice. Alright,
Not
so,
great. I mean, it does save me from being like.
yeah, so
epic.
you find that while you're trying to get up this tree, like, something about it, it's slimier than other trees. Like, you
Slimy.
keep, like, kind of, like, pulling
Ugh.
yourself down as you're trying to go up until, like, you make these, like, lacerations within the bark that are so deep that you kind of just fall slow to the bottom.
You peeled this shit like a potato.
Am I covered in whatever the grease was?
Yeah, it's like definitely in your claws. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
real
God.
deep in there. It's squishy. It's weird.
And the finger that's missing the nail. That's gotta hurt.
That would hurt so bad. That's a pointer,
No,
bro.
That's exactly it. That's gonna
Why?
get infected.
It's covered in nice, healthy tree sap.
Yeah, there you go.
You're like, the more you look at it, you're like, I don't know if it was always this color.
It's a lizard.
Richter.
It'll be fine.
Make me fly.
All right.
We're just all down the road.
He's gonna just, please don't fire. Please don't fire. Please don't fire. Please don't fire. And he's gonna touch you and catch fire.
Perfect.
Alright.
Alright, so now I believe you have 60 feet of flight
Moving now,
speed. Yeah,
Okay.
so you can go in any direction, like up from this point, and then like
the trees?
if it was in combat, it would be every move.
Every
would be a
turn I can
different
move
one,
up
but you
60
can,
feet, so I
yeah.
can just. I'm gonna go up as high as I can until I see the top of the tree, until I get to the top of the trees.
So you're going up, and like the higher you go up, you notice that like it seems to be less dense, but it keeps going.
The trees aren't
And it
stopping.
keeps going. And you're like, when is it going to stop? And you look below you and you see your friends are very far away right now. And you're like, holy shit,
Can I do
maybe
some
I
sort of
shouldn't,
check to
like,
figure out how high I am in the air right now?
what are you saying?
Like, how high am I? Can I tell? Can I do a check to try and get a general estimate of just quite how high in the air I
He's not coming back.
am?
Because we're on the ground. He's
So,
not coming back, man.
No, he's gonna.
what would that be?
No, like
I guess
it doesn't like
it would
last forever.
kind
Oh,
of be
You've never had
perception
this
check.
Alright.
How do you know?
The voice just told
That's
you.
an angle. Or it's a 14, or it's an 18.
I mean,
I'm willing to admit it's on an
Reroll it.
angle, but that's a 14 plus 4.
Reroll it.
So. Now one!
You're like, wow, I'm really high right now, you guys. This is fucking wild. Shit.
I'm gonna head back there.
He goes.
You
I
start.
just don't know. I'm afraid of heights.
Are you not going to tell me to never cast it on you?
Yes. I'm gonna head back down to the nice, safe ground. Richter, never do that again.
Did you see me?
I just saw trees. I don't know how high I was, but I was way higher than I expected I was gonna get, and all I still saw was trees. This forest is way bigger than I thought.
Well, I don't know what to do now. We tried walking and
We
the
go
sun
east.
didn't move.
We go
We're
east.
going east.
What way is east?
We were go back the way we came. You mean?
No,
West.
that's west.
Yeah, we were already going east when the sun set.
Wait, which way do we go?
The west.
The way.
Which way is west? The sun's not moving.
That's what I said. That's what I'm like. That's what I'm like. I look at you guys and I just go,
Which way it was moving when it was. We know which way it was moving when it was.
So then we know which way is east.
Yeah, we know which way is west.
So then we keep heading east.
But the sun,
Richter.
okay, but we're not getting it.
You
But
hear it.
halfway.
Ding, ding.
You're not understanding what I'm
How do you know we can get west?
I'm not saying we
It's
can.
the
I'm not
dinner
saying-
bell, guys! What?
Dinner bell?
What dinner bell?
Richter.
You.
Yeah.
British. There's no.
he's gonna like cup his ear.
Ding, ding. And you almost feel like the direction. You know which direction it is somewhere in here, and you just don't know what it is. But you know that.
He's gonna close his eyes and just point in that direction.
Okay. So you
Which way
point
is it?
in a direction that where you guys were originally on like a path that was made, it leads deeper inside of the forest. It's getting you off of the path into a deeper foliage.
You first, buddy.
Yeah, I'm hungry, man. That dinner bell sounds great.
What dinner bell?
None of you perceive this noise.
And then I'm just gonna run towards it.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, are we chasing
Not
after
again.
him again? I don't want to chase after him again.
I say we leave him to die.
You want to just casually walk towards him? Towards that
No,
way?
let's keep going east.
No, we can't.
Which way is east?
Unlike you, I
I don't get lost. I'm a wanderer. I have.
You're in
This
an
isn't
enchanted world.
This is not.
Fuck. I can't.
Well, I've already started.
Guys, I don't know which way.
Me and Larry.
Oh,
At
yeah.
this point, that's our best.
Also, at this point, okay, so like, yes, you guys were on a path, but it wasn't like a good enough space where you felt that like horseback riding was necessary. So you would have
Oh.
had to like carry your horses through, and then especially as not carry,
No, I
you know what I
know.
mean, but lead them through. and especially as you're heading into this deeper area.
This other trail is worse.
Yeah,
What about
so-
the trail Richter's on? Is it any better or?
No. That's
So
what
we're
I'm
leading
saying.
our horses then?
Like Richter's trail is going to be harder, so your pace is slowed
Okay.
because it's like difficult terrain and difficult circumstance.
Okay.
So,
So we should follow Richter.
There
Yeah,
it
so
is.
you're not like you're not. Like,
At
is
this
what I'm
point,
trying
I
to
don't know
say.
which way is.
we're all gonna die.
So you follow Richter into this.
I hope we don't die.
You go deeper and deeper, and suddenly you lost sight of the road that you used to be on. But you keep following behind him deeper.
We're getting
and
closer,
deeper.
guys. I hear it.
Ding,
Do you guys hear
ding,
anything? I still
ding.
I
don't
don't
hear
hear a
anything.
fucking thing.
Man, last
Why
time
are we
Bella was
following
rats
this
too.
crazy,
I miss the rats too.
Every time we listen to him, it's turned out poorly. For
I didn't have a better plan.
I mean, I got lost. I never. There's something weird about this place. I don't get lost in forests, and I got.
He's the
lost.
magic guy. We look at his hands and magical things happen.
I guess he's
So,
our best chance.
As you get into the
I mean,
deeper
he says there's
foliage,
gonna be dinner.
less light is able
he
to
just
get
says
through.
rats too.
So you're unable to see now
Even I don't
even what like the actual color of the sky is.
And I'm a wolf.
So now you're in this dusk
Definitely not
lit
fancy
area, continuing to go forward with no concept of how much time or distance has passed.
Oh god. Well, I guess if I have no concept, I won't feel like it's been a long time.
Yeah,
It's true.
Purgatory.
makes
true.
sense.
It's not going to be like I've been walking for 80
But
days.
eventually you see a change in the foliage, whereas before there were large pines, now there are more like swamp-like trees, things that drape into the water, like roots changing and coming up, and then you see what appears to be a little like pond in front of you. As you approach it, Richter, you would be the first person to see. There seems to be a white speck on the other side of the pond. Give me a perception check.
15.
That's good.
Yes.
So, on the other side of it, as you get closer and kind of crouch down lower, you notice that there is a white tiefling girl. This is the first time that you've seen another tiefling as long as you can remember, because your memory kind of cuts off around when you were 5-ish, when you were adopted into this temple, right? But you see that her back is facing you, and she's standing in this pond, and she has this very long white tail that's just swaying back and forth on the river. She turns around, and she is playing with a huge orb of light. And you watch as the orb twirls and ting, 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 and then she separates it into a collection of orbs going in these spirals. You also notice that she still has her horns, long and protruding from her head, like yours would have been had they been allowed to grow in.
Okay, the first I'm going to yell out is, "You've tricked me."
You see a girl, she looks at you and gasps. There's a huge mix of emotions on her face. First,
You're
it's,
horribly mutilated. First of all, she's like, oh!
And I'm very angry. Skull on his face. He's upset that there's no dinner.
so there's, it goes through like shock,
What's going on?
and then there's
So
like
you
the
guys-
sense of like unease, and then it turns into like almost a recognition, and then it just stops, and all emotion stops, and she just looks at you and she says, "They said you were dead.
Who said I was dead?
They swore." I have to tell the others.
Don't do that.
She dunks underneath the water. You see a
Oh,
huge
God.
collection
Oh,
of
God.
bubbles rise to the surface before it
I'm
turns
going-
back.
Richter, what's going
I'm
on?
going to cast invisibility on myself.
Do you tell them what's going
No,
on?
I don't. I don't even know. I am scared now. So I'm going to turn myself invisible.
So you turn yourself invisible.
Can I reach out to
the
wherever he's
others-
just standing and try to
You
grab?
guys are able to see where Larry is, but suddenly Richter just disappears from view.
How close are we?
You could give me a perception check to see how close you are to Larry.
20. So 24. It was a nat 20 though.
Nice. So yeah, you would have been like, all right, so like we're about like 10 feet away from Larry. We're walking person first, then horse, right? So there's like, if you're the dimension, a person 5 by 5, then you're 10 feet. The horse would be 5 by 5, and then you would be 5 by 5.
Okay.
So he is like 25 feet away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So
not
you
close
watch
enough
him-
that I could reach out and grab him.
Yeah. So you watch him like disappear. But you are able to catch up to the horses. Richter, what are you doing?
I haven't moved. I just turned myself invisible.
Yeah, but
Richter, what
So you
the
just-
what are you?
Richter, we say to the forest.
Richter.
No response. He's literally just turned stone out of fear. Just turns on.
Guys.
What's going on, man? That was weird.
He just turned invisible. Can I do a perception check to try and smell him?
To smell him?
To smell him. He probably stinks like corpse. His hand was up
That's true.
You would definitely know the smell of Vinny. now.
Yeah, so can I do a perception check to try and smell out his
Yes.
location?
Can I help him?
Yeah.
Can I help him?
8.
You're like, oh, he's like totally that distance away, maybe.
No, but we're like around the horse. Like we caught
You-
up to.
Yeah, so you
So, like,
you caught up to the horse.
I'm trying to figure out where he is within like the 5-foot diameter of the horse,
Right.
so
So
that I can try and grab him.
so then did you move?
No.
Okay, so then 10-foot radius. So yeah, so you are able to smell that he's very close next to you.
So I'm just gonna start like reaching out, trying to.
Yeah,
feel
I can detect where he is with my blind sense.
Blind sense?
Like
I
within
thought
10
that's
feet.
only in darkness.
No.
Can it detect invisible people?
Yeah, blind
Yeah,
fighting. I
just-
can just,
People can
anybody
attack
within
invisible.
10 feet. If he's within 10 feet of me, I can know where he is. So I'll just
Yeah,
start
so-
walking around.
So you start walking around with your hand reached out, and then you just kind of like, you find him,
Mhm.
and you find him like,
I'm like,
he's
he's right
just
here, guys.
Does touching
still.
remove the invisibility?
But like,
No.
no.
Make sure you have a hold on him so he doesn't get away from us again.
He's just stock still.
Can you come grab him then?
Sure.
So he's
I'm
still,
going to put
he's
Richter.
holding on to him. He hasn't moved a single inch since like you
Yeah.
have approached him.
I'm just
Murak
like
now
putting
approaches
Richter in a
where he
headlock
is.
like you would like your little brother, where you're just kind of like holding on to him so he's not getting anywhere.
Right.
You
Okay.
feel zero resistance. In fact, you
Exactly.
get limp as you grab his.
I ensure that I'm not accidentally
I'm like-
choking him, and then I continue waiting to see what
You
the fuck
ease up
happens.
the pressure just a little bit. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, maybe the lymph part.
Yeah, we don't want him limp. But let's figure out what the hell's going on here. But he's not getting anywhere. I got him.
There's nothing there. We're just at a pond. A lady went under the water.
You didn't see that.
Oh. Okay.
We just saw the water.
He saw
we
You
just saw
me
the,
disappear.
we
You
saw,
saw
him
him
disappear,
disappear.
and we saw the
And you
water.
were-
Yeah,
come
you would have
up.
been even farther away than Murak would have been. And
Like you literally
You
approached
know.
after I disappeared and realized that I just stood.
Yeah, and he's not
That's
talking.
Yeah.
He's not talking. He turned invisible. So let's figure out what the fuck's going on. Someone slap him
Where's his head?
right over my elbow.
you feel you like move your elbow a little bit, and like now the rest of you can hear this like this weird like slopping sound.
Did I notice the bubbles in the pond at
20.
all? Like, okay, I thought
He got a 20 to hit him on the slap.
Okay, so if you're gonna like start searching around, he hasn't told you what he saw.
Yeah, that's why Phil's
Yeah.
trying to.
No.
That's why Garrick is slapping him to try and get him
to talk.
out of the catatonic state
I
that
hit
he's
him.
in.
I got 20.
Just hit him to
I mean,
strike.
he's
Oh,
like-
you're asking how I do it. Well, Brock's got him like he's hanging like this, right?
Yes.
And he's like his head's like right here.
Okay.
So I left hand because he's in his right arm. Face me. I go whack whack.
So not to inflict pain.
No,
No,
Not
to
an
try
attack roll.
and.
Okay.
Okay. So
just like I did there.
this I feel like would be like a constitution check on your part to see if you could break out of this.
Okay.
8.
No, it's
No.
11.
Okay. So like you're you're like, it's not just that. It's like you can't get to me with that. Like,
I'm
He
gonna
doesn't say anything.
keep hold of
Yeah,
him, and
still-
we're in a swamp, right?
Oh, God.
yes. Now
I'm dunking him in the water.
That's waterboarding our friend.
I'm not waterboarding him.
Yes,
I'm
that's
not
waterboarding.
There's no towel over his face. I'm not drowning him. I'm like, the same way you would throw water on someone's face, I'm dunking him in the water and
Just
taking him up.
fast.
Yeah,
Fast.
yeah,
Okay.
just one time in the water.
You got
Taking that up. Wake up. I'm not watering
Okay, I
him.
understand. When you
The
said you were
second
using
my
it as
feet
a
touch
splash,
the water, I
understood.
start freaking
Yeah, I
out.
heard
Not the water, not the water, not the water, not the water. The second that it touches the water.
What is going on?